What you might hear on the Dad Podcast can be considered offensive. We have explicit content. You have been warned. Proceed with caution.
Titties!
You're listening to the Dad Podcast.
Let's get started.
Fuck those little kids. I used to carry a growler, and that sounds okay. That's better. But the problem was when I take it to Albertsons, they wouldn't fill it because it wasn't see through. Because my wife got me this really cool one. It's like almost the color of my truck, which I love the color of my truck because it's called satin steel.
So sexy too.
All right. I got to show you when we leave, or when you go to leave. Somebody fucking backed into me. Huge dent and scratch. It's above just the rear wheel, but still enough to piss me off. Because be a fucking man and come inside and accidentally hit your truck.
Legit, dude.
You know,
I'll be cool with it.
Yeah, I'll be like,
don't fucking,
accidents happen.
I don't want to find it out weeks later.
Yeah.
Somebody hit mine too. I have a little crease, and it's really small in the bumper. But fuck, man, just come tell me. I would have even said cool. Like, don't even worry about it.
Leave a note. Do so, yeah, I mean,
and then charge them later.
Because it's not like, I mean, okay, we don't need the cops involved. You accidentally backed into me. It was in my work parking lot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It could have been one of the employees. It could have been somebody renting a U-Haul because we share a parking lot with U-Haul. But it's above the rear wheel, so it was something tall. And just the angle, it just looks to me like something wet. So I was backed in. I always back in because I drive like a dick. So I pull in fast, and I am right at the building, and I just back up, and I'm in the spot.
Yep. Scares everybody around. They're
Yeah.
like, He's going to wreck. Oh.
Especially
that was
because
nice
it's a
parking.
dirt lot. So I'm just throwing shit.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so the growler is that color, but it's matte. It's a matte color, and matte finish instead of shiny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got it for Christmas. I'm like, this thing is sweet. I think it's got a skull and crossbones on it. Like, I'm huge on the pirates. I love pirates. I think we need to bring back pirates, like the real pirates, not this bullshit. Damn, you're a pirate.
Better call that in.
Or a strip club.
Yeah.
Either
Where's my
way.
$100 in ones? Fuck. Chase took it.
But yeah, they wouldn't fill it because it's not see-through. And because do you remember? And they still kind of, Albertsons used to have that growler station.
Yeah.
Walmart had it for a little bit too.
Well, everybody. It was super trendy in the beer world. Like
And I was
6 years
fucking
ago.
gone. I don't see it at any of them.
Nope. Not profitable.
Which sucks, but whatever. I mean, you're still going to feel like Boise Brewing would fill it for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure if I went
That's
to...
the dumbest thing ever. Dude, people literally spend $80 fucking on dope ass
Yeah.
masterpieces of growlers. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
The fact that you can't see through it literally should have no bearing on the fact that you're going to fill it up.
They're all the same size.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like...
Yeah, it literally says right on there. So that seems ridiculous to me.
Yeah, because there's so many you can buy that are awesome, and they are...
Yeah. None of them that are clear. Like, it's fucking beer. Light
well,
is the enemy.
And think about it, too, because that one was insulated, and that's also why it wasn't clear. It's like a Yeti,
Yeah, exactly.
where all these glass ones...
Double
You're
stainless
going to
wall
fucking...
insulation.
Yeah, it's not going to be good after 4 days.
Yeah, I would have told him to fuck off. I'd have been like,
Oh, I
me?
left. I was like, okay, then I'm not getting your beer. Well, you could buy this one for... No. I don't want to buy your growler for 20.
Dude,
I've got a good
I've
growler.
never heard that. And trust me, I mean, I do this for a living. There is no law. There is nothing that says it. That's some stupid corporate fucking policy to try to sell more of their logo branded growlers because they have a surplus because nobody fucking wants them.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring too. But once he said I can't fill it because it's not clear, I was like, all right, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah,
and I did. I
enough
went
said.
to Boise Brewing and had them fill it. And
Yep. They're fucking awesome.
which, whatever, cool. You know, I like their beer better anyways. It was just they had one. There was a special. I was like, yeah, I'll try it. You know, I had a sample. It was really good. It was a dark, like a Guinness dark, but it was really...
From Boise?
No. It was a long time ago. Albertsons,
just
Walmart, one of them had
rando
it.
growler station stout.
And they had that, and I was like, oh, that tasted good. They gave me a sample. And I was like, yeah, I would like that. And I just had my growler on because I was going to go to Boise Brewing or one of the others and just have it filled.
Mhm.
But we stopped at Albertsons, and I was like, ooh, I'll get that because that tasted good. Wouldn't fill it because it wasn't clear. So I was like, all right. So I still continued on to the other place, and they got my money.
Wow.
But yeah, I was just
You
like,
wonder why they're out of business.
right? Yeah. Now I know why they're not
your
around.
business model fucking sucks. So shut her down.
Yeah, and their glass ones just sucked. Like I did buy one once. I think I got a couple. I actually have an old one, and I don't know how often you've ever been to Twin. Twin Falls
Pretty
used
good.
to have a brewery.
They just opened a new one too.
Did they?
Yeah.
So this old one I have, I found it at a thrift store. It was just Twin Falls Brewery, and so the bottle is crystal clear, and it's got just orange, and it says Twin Falls, and it has the Prime Bridge on the front of it.
That's tight.
And so I have that growler. I'll never fill it. I don't have a lid or whatever, but I just have it because it's really cool. That was more thrift store finds.
Really?
Yeah, which the one above you, I had that as a kid, and I found that at the thrift store.
Dude, that is tight.
$4.
Yeah, that's all day. I can't believe you find that at a thrift store.
Right? Who the fuck gets rid of that shit?
Yeah, usually people have that like encased, like enshrined.
Yeah. Obviously, that's probably not worth much now. It's got some dings, some stickers. I think the guy's missing. R2-D2's still in it, but the Luke Skywalker figure is gone. And you can't take R2-D2 out. But when I was rearranging and cleaning this, I don't know if you remember, I used to have, it was a tall, went all the way to the supports there, black shelf.
Okay, yeah.
Full of Legos.
Oh, I didn't know so. Like,
yeah, so those are all in the garage. I only kept my Star Wars Legos because they're a movie and it's Star Wars. And I don't want the neighborhood kids to wander in my garage and so, oh, look, there's a Millennium Falcon. Let's fuck it up.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I still love all the ones. Well, and of course, I kept my cityscape up there built. But
did you actually put the floating shelves up there?
Yes.
Specifically for that?
Yes.
That was pretty nice. Nice touch.
And my, I need to figure them, but my pop figures up here, vinyl pop, whatever they're called.
Oh yeah, those are old school too.
Yeah, I have a Kool-Aid man, or not the Kool-Aid, the Hawaiian Punch dude. He's up there. Han Solo.
Goonies,
I need to readjust them. I have quite a few. I think 5 or 6 of Rick and Morty because I love me some Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that's true.
But
was it Dan? Was it Dan or Josh that fucking?
One of those two like hated it.
Dan.
It probably was because Dan hates all good things.
Yeah, because Josh is in love with that show.
Okay. Yeah, Dan hated it, and I'm like, I'm not for that. I love it. Yeah, because I was like, I'm with Josh on that one. But then Josh hated Eastbound and Down because he didn't like Danny McBride.
Oh yeah,
and I loved Eastbound and Down too.
That's right.
Which is great. And I've been watching recently. I just started his newer one. I don't even know if it's still going, but it's newer from Eastbound and Down was Vice Principals, and it's fucking hilarious. And Bill Murray is even in the first couple episodes because he is the principal who's retiring.
Fucking love Bill Murray, dude.
Me too.
Oh my god,
he is the greatest.
Classic.
So I have 2 top comedic actors, Bill Murray and Chevy Chase. Those 2 are the best as far as I'm concerned. There's nobody who can compare.
Yep. Obviously, my name's Chase. So when I was very young and he was very popular, that was a super cool association that I made.
Yeah.
And so I got to watch all of his shows. So.
For him to not be popular now would be ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Like my kids know who he is because Christmas, my favorite Christmas movie is Christmas Vacation. It's on every year.
Agreed.
I love all the vacation movies, but
yes.
I'm big on making my kids, and I don't mean make like I'm like, you sit the fuck down and you watch this. I mean, let's watch movies. Like, cool. I put on an 80s classic.
Yeah.
So they've seen them all. They've seen Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink.
Dude, I just showed my kids fucking Land Before Time.
Oh!
They were arguing about fucking shows, dude. Yeah. And it was the OG original. I told them we'd go through all 4, and Tara's like, there's more than one. I was like, Jesus, where you been?
Ducky's the best.
Oh, yeah. it was such a throwback. Like the other night, we're sitting there watching, I'm just like, oh my God, I can totally picture myself snuggled up with some popcorn on my grandma's floor, snuggling the dog, just watching it.
Do you remember fucking Fern Gully?
Yeah. I didn't like Fern Gully.
No.
My sister did, but it was definitely one
that was another one that was around the same time.
Yep.
And I can never remember, but there's a line that I quote a lot. It's like, I flighted? Like, no, you folded. I can't remember if it was Ducky.
Yeah, that was
pterodactyl.
that was Ducky,
or if it was the bat from Fern Gully, but
it was Ducky, and then the little bat looking pterodactyl.
Okay,
thing.
yeah. So I was like, I don't know why that one line I always quote, and
because it's legendary.
Yeah.
And it's applicable to so many different situations. You know what I mean?
Because usually it's when somebody falls over.
Yeah, and you definitely have to have somebody like an 80s kid to be able
who
to
knows what I'm
understand
talking
what the
about.
hell's going on.
That's been the biggest problem with work or other people around me because I quote movies like crazy. Something happens, I shoot out a fucking movie quote or an office quote.
Mm-hmm. Little one-liners.
People aren't fucking getting it. So I had to bring in this guy I've known for 20 years. I used to work with him at Rena Center. Is now working in the office with me at work. And the best part is we share an office, and I have a red swing line stapler.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, they took my stapler, Steve.
that was my stapler that I brought that with my personal money.
And he's the only one that gets it.
Back.
Nobody else gets it. Or I'll be
That's
like,
insane because Office Space, especially if you work
Right.
around, any fucking electronics anywhere, computers, printers, especially. Holy fuck! All you gotta do is look at it and just say Office Space, and people are like, I get it.
because I feel you're with me on this. I don't know about Josh. Josh, sometimes when he talks,
Oh, it's Josh.
I-
Hi, Josh.
couldn't even get together with somebody in their 20s just because I am so fucking older. Well, I guess you're younger than me, but
I mean, I'm 38, so it's
Yeah.
still.
like for me, I mean, okay, get with, and I mean like as a relationship. Like
If
I'm 44, I could be your dad. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's a little excessive. At my age, I would say within 10 years, if they're in their upper 20s, turning 30, if I happen to go back on the market, which I never will, I would say that would probably be my limit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be out there searching for 21-year-olds, which is crazy to me that fucking dudes do, because do you understand the emotional and baggage and shit that you're dealing with a fucking young adult like that? I remember being a fucking young adult. Like, why would you make a decision from stability or whatever? I mean, obviously there's lots of reasons, but just in a basic sense, why would you trade it for that type of crazy?
Exactly.
Because all 21-year-olds are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. And I love
No,
being
thank you.
21. And I was
Yeah.
crazy as a motherfucker. Like, don't count on me for shit because I am just partying and doing what the fuck ever. But yeah, it blows my mind. So, by the way, let me just bring this up to our listeners. The Manhole is looking pristine in 2023.
I'm trying. So my wife and I have been talking. So obviously these supports are coming down.
Oh, you're opening up some headroom?
Yes.
Kind of dangerous.
Well,
Forehead
so
level.
I was, right now, yeah. Especially for us, like me getting into this, I have to duck.
Yeah, yeah.
Dan can almost walk underneath it. Fucking
Yeah.
midget.
You could jump and not touch that.
But if I cut them just straight at the wall, they still have the support. The middle is useless. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, worst case scenario, brace your fucking...
So
I like your style, man.
stay up late, but yeah, I have a Journey poster because I was just at that concert.
Oh, by the way, how
I need to
was
get a
it?
frame. I loved it. The seats were shit.
Where were we at? Where was it?
So we're at Extra Mile Arena. I don't think he listens, but my wife's boss is a very awesome man. It's hard for me to bitch about the seats because he forked over a lot of money because he paid for
Where were you
300
sitting?
fucking people to go.
Yeah, where were you sitting?
So stage is right here. Okay.
Right, like right above your crotch.
Yeah, we'll say here's the stage. Here's the front of the stage. Right.
Okay, gotcha.
We were right here,
Oh, so actually, those are really expensive tickets.
which is crazy because I can.
Yeah.
I mean, we were.
But for those who don't know the arena,
Yeah, I
and the
watched the
setup.
guys walk up. We waved to them like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're fucking wrong. All that kind of shit. They're right there. Like here's the railing. We're
literally as close
Two
as you
rows
can
up.
possibly be in the stadium
yes.
to the stage.
The downside is when they're performing, I can see all their asses. Thanks, yay, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've had a few concerts like that, and people are like, well, "I got these sweet tickets." I'm like, "Sweet,"
Yeah.
and I get there, I'm like, "I can't see the front of the stage."
Yeah,
But I can see them changing in the back. so that's
exactly.
cool.
And I think the main downside was look, because Journey and Toto both know how to play the crowd. They were
Oh, yeah,
coming to that
Toto.
side, and they
Okay.
were they were sitting on that side and pointing and singing and making us clap. They were interacting with us on the sides too, not just the people in the front. But because the speakers were also right there, the sound was way different. So it was hard sometimes to understand the words. Luckily, I knew every fucking song Journey and Toto has.
Oh yeah. Well,
So-
maybe not Toto, but definitely Journey.
So I was able to still know what they were singing. But yeah, for people who don't. So a lot of people at Lex's work were like, the show was just okay. But they're young and they don't know all the songs.
No, that's fucking Journey.
So it was kind of exactly.
Don't let me
Journey's
understand. That's
50th
fucking
anniversary,
Journey.
which makes it even cool. I have a sweater that says Journey 50th anniversary. And that was what the concert was. Toto put on a better show. And by that I mean
Well, Toto's,
it was pretty much
20 years fresher too.
it was pretty much all the original. Where I already knew going into this, I knew Tyler Perry, the lead singer for Journey, wasn't there. Back in '98, he had, I think it was degenerative bone disease or something. He couldn't.
Right.
I was not
But
expecting.
the new guy is very good.
Sounds just like him.
Yeah. Very good.
My thing was I thought they'd got another new guy because to me, a 25-year-old Asian boy came out and was singing along.
Yep.
And I'm like, dude, he's too fucking young to have been with them since 2007.
So when did you see him?
A week ago?
Oh, you didn't see him before that?
No.
So me and Tara went to see them. We got tickets in 2011. Yeah. Around 2011 or 12, just before my daughter was born, because it was the last night we partied like we were young and stupid. We went to Journey, had tickets, set up on the grassy knoll at the Idaho Center. It was outdoor, and we were just above like where the benches for the other seats were, so it was wide open in front of us. And then if you went to where we were sitting, you can like see the stage, and it was like they were really good actually. But you had this huge open area. Well, we were young and dumb, and just decided the shorter line was in the whiskey line than the beer. So we went and started hitting up the fucking. That was honestly when Stampede was coming out.
Oh yeah.
Initially, so that was like hot. So we just sat there and we were just drinking shots, and we got fucked up, and all night long we were those people dancing and singing and twirling in circles to fucking Journey.
I love those kind of people at concerts.
Amazing. The next day,
I'm not that, but I love that.
The next day we were getting ready to go to San Francisco to go to the Bills Niners game with Brandon and be like, it was a big old trip we had planned. See everybody. Tara's from California, so we were going down there. We had it all booked, no hotels. We were staying everywhere with people. It was going to be amazing. The next day, she found out she was pregnant with Zoe.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
she busted in the room.
Zoe's awesome, like, so sweet, but shit.
Not only do I feel like shit, because obviously we were hungover.
All the drinking, yeah.
But it had been going on for several days, weeks now. So she finally was like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. And I guess she already had it. She just hadn't used it.
Yeah.
Boom, surprise.
You've been drinking?
I'm a daddy. So every time I hear Journey, I'm just like, I hear those songs and us dancing there, not even realizing that.
Yeah, that you had a little one on.
Zoe was dancing with us. So fun little story about Journey and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that was a long time ago. And that was when that guy first started. It was like the first tour with them.
Yeah, so he'd been with them for 4 years.
Fucking mind.
But their first tour. And yeah, and so like it's the same guy, but he looks like a 25-year-old Asian boy.
Oh yeah, he was like 16.
Dude's fucking 58.
Oh yeah, no, he at that time he looked like he was 9 and he was 37.
Yes. Dude's like, and I'm like, he's 58 and he's hopping and running and standing on the rail and reaching the crowd. I'm like,
fuck yeah.
Did you do a whole bag of fucking cocaine back there? What the fuck?
Dude, yeah, those old guys have high tolerance. You got to keep up.
Dude, he was awesome. He is in great shape. He had the energy. Excuse me, Jesus. Journey was 2 hours long just for Journey.
And they still miss a song.
Toto was an hour. Yeah. But I do, like I said, Toto, I think they put on a better show. Journey had more songs. Journey was fun. So Toto with Africa, obviously everyone wanted to hear Africa. That's how they closed the show.
That's my jam. That's, that's cool.
My favorite song, you might not even know it, but is off their first album. And it is my favorite. And the whole day, I'm telling Lex, I hope they play this one song. I don't care if they don't play Africa. I love Africa.
Yep.
I don't care, but I want them to play. And they played it. And it's called Georgie Porgy. And I love this song. And it's kind of like, the sound of it's almost a little mix of disco and 80s. Like it's
nice.
It's got this really cool sound. And like the whole chorus is like, this girl comes on. She's like, Georgie Porgy, pudding in pie, kiss the girl. And it's just this whole kind of like love song, upbeat love song. I don't know, but I loved it. And they played it. And so I was excited. And I don't know, even though they weren't running and jumping and doing all this, like the lead singer Journey was, they still just, it was a better show.
Yeah.
The lights were cool. I mean, again, they were up on this little stage facing us and getting us involved.
They opened for Journey, right?
They opened for Journey. But it was awesome. I would go back again.
To that concert?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You text me that you were there, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
We were talking about that because of the symbolism. That was 10 years ago. My daughter's turning 10.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We were just like, "Let's go." I thought it was this summer. I didn't realize it was fucking
a week or two
ago. Yeah. So it totally threw me off. But
Yeah, so it's been a fucking crazy couple weeks. You know, I went to Vegas, and in Vegas,
How was Vegas?
dude, it's fucking awesome. Bought stuff for the kids. It was Easter weekend.
Nice.
Bought stuff for the kids for Easter. They all know this now, but at the time, so we didn't get Easter baskets. Easter Bunny missed our house because we didn't get home till like midnight on Easter. But their Easter baskets were. We went to this restaurant. It was on Fremont Street, and I wish I could remember the name of it, but it doesn't matter. The drink was called the Horny Monkey.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
You get this big ass
I'm not
fucking
standing in front of you.
coconut monkey head, right?
I'll stand behind him the rest of the night because he had 4 horny monkeys.
4 horny.
And they said stop at 2, and he doubled it.
And I'm the kind of guy I would like yell, another horny monkey over here, Blaze. You know, like I'm not quiet. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's Vegas especially, man.
But yeah, there was this coconut monkey head, and they hauled it out, and then the cup with the drink inside it.
Wait. A coconut monkey head?
Yeah, carved monkey head.
Okay.
Out of a
the
coconut.
visual. Continue.
And the inside was hauled out, and you get your cup in there with your drink in it. And
Okay,
it was
so it has a
$20.
cup inside of it.
Yep.
Okay, I like where this is going. Okay,
Now,
go ahead.
when you're done drinking it, you take the cup out, you put the head back on, and they actually put a slit in it to make it work as a piggy bank also.
Nice.
So
Because
my
everybody
first
needs to
thought,
save their money in Vegas.
yeah, right. My first thought was not piggy bank. My first thought was fucking Indiana Jones when they're eating the fucking monkey brains. You pop the head off
Oh, yeah.
because it's that same. Take the top of the head like that, and I'm like, oh, where the fuck's the brains?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so that was their Easter basket, and then I found some poker chips
So wait,
and some
wait.
cards.
Their
and-
Easter basket was you drinking.
Their
4
Easter
horny
basket
monkeys?
was the horny monkey head.
Oh, got you.
The head from the horny
head.
monkey, yeah.
I thought you were like, Happy Easter.
I drank
ordering
drinks.
another one. Woo! I was like, bro, how'd you explain that to them?
Well, so I ordered
Easter
one.
Bunny got me fucked up last night. But
Me
he
and the
gave
bunny.
He gave me the cups, man.
So I ordered one, and it was like $20. I'm like, and I drank it. I was like, this is actually pretty good. And then we thought that could be an Easter basket for the kids.
So they're good sizing.
Yeah, I'll show you. We got 4 of them, so I kept one because I'm a kid too.
So you drink 4 32-ounce cocktails?
No, because the cup inside was like,
Oh, that's
no,
what they
maybe
get
it
you.
was 32.
I don't know. Vegas is known for
It was a big drink.
big fuckers. Yeah,
It was a big drink. Yeah, it was. Crazy enough, and I never had a hangover. I drank a shit ton.
Well, and there's something in the water in Vegas that sobers people up because they don't want you sick either because you don't spend
Yeah.
money if you're sick.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't know what they do, but there's a billions of dollars to
There's something.
figure it out.
There was one morning. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
And it might have been
they're
after the
smarter
horny
than us,
monkeys.
trust me that.
There was one morning I was sitting out on the couch, and I'm looking at the Liquid IV people. I'm like, oh, this would be so nice. But at $200 a person, fuck them. I'm not paying that shit just so you can come hook an IV up to me and I don't feel drunk.
Yeah, you win big enough, and next day,
If you win big enough. My
those
version
winnings,
of fixing
those gains spend easily.
Yeah. My version of fixing it, we went to breakfast and I had some mimosas. Boom. I was
Yeah,
good.
dude. Well, that's my thing. Is people are like, "Oh, hair of the dog. Here's beer." I'm like, I don't want that fucking beer. Hell no. If I'm doing hair of the dog, it's going big or going home.
Yeah.
I want shot, and then I'll chase it with beer. But it takes me a little bit more to get that going, and sometimes talking myself into getting that shot is difficult. But I'm also the king of rallying and
Exactly. I've heard your stories.
in Nevada. Let's be honest. Well, and that was one of the stories is from my birthday because my birthday this year was my birthday's December 4th. So about a week before my birthday, we weren't sure what we were doing, and my boss hits me up and he's like, "Hey, I got tickets to the Raiders Chargers game in Vegas on Sunday."
This was this last December?
Yeah, this was just several months ago. And I was like, "Oh, really?" He's like, "How about you and Tara go?" And we're like, "Okay, let's do it." Like, you do realize that's my birthday. And of course, I worked with him for 15 years. He did not know that was my birthday,
I would say he better, but
but it definitely amplified the weekend, if you know what I mean. So he ends up inviting us down there. So it's like a partner's trip. So we do these trips every year. We have forever. We go anywhere from Georgia to Washington, Portland, San Diego, Vegas. We've been everywhere.
damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's just kind of a perk for, the rest of the job sucking at times. So, But so he hit me up. He's like, "Hey, we want to do it. Sorry, it's late notice." I'm like, "Nah, dude, it's cool. It's birthday. Let's fucking do it." So we get down there, and he's kind of he has status with the Caesars group. It's like diamond type shit.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, like he flashes a card and they grovel. That's
awesome.
It's fairly impressive. Yeah. So we're always in suites and stuff. Like
I flash a card in there, sir. That's a Lego VIP card. Can you put that away?
Be like, sir, this is not Legoland.
Shit.
Like I swore this was the Lego resort. I'm sorry. So yeah, but anywhere we go, it's just big stats. So he gambles a lot. There's been times in Tahoe for Brandon's 10-year anniversary. He took us to Tahoe. And,
does he work with you?
Brandon? Yeah, he's a bartender at one of my stores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a lifetime bartender. He's 15 years deep in the bartending game there. I decided to move up.
It could be a fun fucking job.
Love Brandon to death, but still got the perks, So
yeah.
We do trips for our 10-year anniversary people, and we took Brandon to Tahoe, and we rode Heavenly for 2 days snowboarding.
Hell yeah!
Which if you've never been, is fucking amazing and fucking god awful expensive. We got them comp, so don't get me wrong. The casinos paid for it. We did not. $430 a day
for a day pass.
Holy
shit!
Heavenly. Yeah.
Was it heavenly?
It was.
Yeah.
But it was also storming, so they had lifts shut down. So of the 37 lifts that they have on the mountain, they didn't have them all open. So, but they did open one, and we cruised it. Anyway.
There was something.
Yeah, besides the point. So that trip alone, he had won $27,000 one night.
Your boss, not Brandon.
My boss, yes. Definitely not Brandon. So, and he was just on a run, and we're like, well, shit, dude, we're going to invest in you then. So he gave us like a couple $1,000s to gamble with and just party with,
Damn, your boss sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, he definitely knows how to take care of his people for sure. So he's the kind of guy that in Vegas, I've had him get me a private table on the floor because I had nowhere to play because it was Saturday night and busy.
Yeah.
And he was high limit, and he's like, get the fuck away from me. I'm on a roll. I'm like, okay. He's like, there's no tables. And so he hits up his dude and is like, hey, open a table up for these guys. They'd open up a table for us and have it private so we would only allow whoever we wanted to sit down.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, I've done crazy shit, dude. Private jets to baseball games in LA. I could go on. So he's definitely taking care of me over my years of misery in the restaurant. And I definitely look forward to the trips and stuff.
Right? I would too.
But anyway, so yeah, he rolls, man. So he's got a lot of status and he gets a lot of the comps and stuff. So oh yeah, so we were down there for my birthday. So we went to the game. Everything's fun. He had my other partner and they were all there. And on my birthday, they all just kind of dispersed, right? So he had his buddy that he met up with, and then my other partner was with his wife. So they went off and kind of did their thing. So me and Tara were just standing in this 4,000 square foot suite in Planet Hollywood. On the
that's how Zane was born.
And no, this is 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think Zane was born on the couch, actually. That was a really good couch adventure. But anyway, my coincidentally, fucking Tara gets on Facebook and she's like, holy shit. Fucking her friends, Frank and Jessa, were from California. They grew up with. They were up there, and he's a tattoo artist. And traveled all over. He's been in Hawaii. He's been in fucking everywhere.
I need a friend who's a tattoo artist.
Yeah, he's like.
I mean, I have one, but the fucker lives in like Ohio or something.
Yeah,
I'll never see him.
That's too far away to get tats,
Yeah.
So they're over there. We'll find out. He's on mushrooms, so he's wondering what to do. And they're like, where are you staying? They're like, this and this fucking place. And we're looking out the window of our hotel room. I'm like, you mean the one right there, right across the street? So long and the short of it is they came over, fucking, we're just fucked up. My boss comes back up after whatever they're doing, and we're just fucking partying. And I softly destroyed the suite. So I took a picture of it just ransacked, like fucking couches flipped, fucking shit torn all over the floor, dude. Like I fucked this suite up. I did it very nicely though, and put it back when I was done.
Yeah.
But I got a picture of that shit fucked up.
awesome.
I was like, Marilyn Manson, that motherfucker. What's up?
Fucking hangover style.
But yeah, then he was just like, dude, you guys go get some food. And I was just fucking tanked at this time because the game was all day and this is nighttime. And so he gets us a limo over to Caesars. It's the only fucking place open this late. It's like 2:00 in the morning. So he sends us over there. I get fucking lost. Like, my buddy passes out. I get lost going to the bathroom because if you've never been to the Caesars Palace in Vegas,
You get lost easy.
yeah, they make sure you walk through everything to get anywhere.
Employees don't even know where the parking garage is.
Bro, dude, I walked in circles and I was just fucking tanked. So I sat down and fucking won $900 at a slot machine. Had to call Tara. She had to come kind of find me. So finally we get the fuck out of there, and I go jump off an escalator because they have escalators in the streets out there. I went and jumped off the escalator about 3 spots early.
If they break, they're just stairs.
What's that? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But when they're moving and you launch off one, my bad ankle was not ready for it. And, rolled my ankle, turned into a thing, ended up sitting along the side of the strip and fucking smoking a couple joints with homeboy for a while.
I was going to say, anybody?
Yeah, with my buddy because, he just had everything. And long and the short of it is, fucked my ankle up. Amazing birthday. Fucking tore up Vegas.
That would be a great birthday.
And returned to our
What was the
suite.
weather like in December? Like 60?
Yeah, it was like 72. And at night it was like 59. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Everybody around me was freezing. And I'm sitting here going, this is fucking awesome.
I'd be in shorts. I'm like, yes.
Oh, I was absolutely
Yeah.
did. Yeah, I don't wear fucking.
When we went, it was awesome also, but it did get hot. And by hot, I mean, I think one day was like 80.
Yeah, but when you're used
To me, that's
40,
hot. Yeah. I'm like dying. I'm
You
like,
gotta acclimatize a little bit,
But we saw Chris Angel, which to me is like a bucket list item to me to see a magician in Vegas.
Planet Hollywood?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we stay. Was it good?
I loved it. I thought it was fucking awesome.
I've heard he's dropped. I've never seen him personally, but I know he was at Luxor.
Uh-huh.
And then he moved over.
Yeah.
And somebody was telling me he'd fallen off, but I was like, I'd never even seen him, so I wouldn't know. But
So I know, so there was, and he explains it, and I know there was, because remember back in the day, he was huge with Mind Freak on TV.
oh yeah, it was crazy.
And
Him
obviously,
and Carrot Top like rule the strip.
I fucking love Carrot Top, and I want to see him, but nobody will watch him with me.
I want to.
That's what I'm saying. So
Nobody
we
will
need
go
to
with me
Vegas.
either, bro. We need to Vegas.
Yes, because you will see the stuff I want to see too.
yes, absolutely.
We need to find out when Weird Al's in Vegas, and then we see Weird Al on Carrot Top. That would be hella cool.
Could you fucking imagine?
I could die happy.
Okay, I gotta put my boner away real quick.
But I loved it. Dan was like, it was all right. I was like, look, Dan, the dude's 50 fucking 8. I'm sure back in like, 05, 06 when he was huge, the show was probably a little more
Carrot
active
Top?
and better. No, Chris Angel.
He's 58.
Yeah.
God damn.
But he did have a time off because his son was battling cancer. His oldest son. So his oldest son's in remission now, so he's back. But there was a time where he wasn't really performing, and that's probably the switch from Luxor to Planet Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
But your kid's battling cancer, you fucking drop everything and you help your kid.
Yeah, dude.
And
Fuck your residence.
praise him. That's a hell of a kick-ass dad to, I'm going to stop doing this, but I obviously had the money anyways, but he was still awesome. His illusions were awesome. He still did there was this one where it was an A-frame ladder, and it was probably a good 20-foot ladder. He walks up it. He's standing on the top. He's all barefoot. He does this. And then you just see him step off the side, and he's straight down like that. And he walks straight down. You don't see anything hooked to him. Obviously, I know it's an illusion. Whatever. The dude's still a fucking warlock. Somehow walks down like that. Then he's just levitating and floating. They bring out this like hamster wheel. He levitates up. They open the door. He goes into this hamster wheel. He's still floating inside the hamster wheel. Close it, spinning the hamster wheel. He's floating this whole time. And then he floats right out of the hamster wheel. They move it. I don't care what he has to do that. That is fucking awesome.
Even the process of making that illusion.
Right, that's what I'm getting at. Like,
Fucking
I don't
magic
give
in
a shit if
itself.
you have fishing line or something. It looked great. That was fucking genius. It was awesome. What was really cool is because, like I said, it's like I don't have really a bucket list. I've never really made one, but seeing a magician in Hollywood, in Vegas, would be like one of the top. and to see Chris Angel, who in my opinion is the top fucking magician, was just great. But he did one of the straitjacket escapes. He was dangling from the ceiling. Like, they put him in the straitjacket. It jerked him up the ceiling. He's upside down, dangling above the ceiling. You see him wiggling and stuff and getting out. The lights go out. When they come off, he's gone. He is 1 row in front of us. Right there. Like, I could just reach out and touch him, and it was fucking sweet.
But did you see him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he he was closer than from me to you.
Or he just stood up?
No, he just stood up.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. It was awesome. And I could see, because he was probably from me to the other side of that pizza box, like that close. You can definitely see his age and the makeup. But I don't fucking care. It was great. And I would
how
go.
did he just appear that close to you without you knowing?
Right? And I would go back.
He did it when you looked a different direction.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all about misdirection, which is
man.
fine. I get that.
That's still fucking cool.
You know, and obviously his crowd actors, it was very obvious because one of them was sitting right behind me. She was never there. All of a sudden she appeared. Then she gets called up on the stage. Her acting was horrible. Then she comes back, and then they do this trick, and all of a sudden she's gone for the rest of the show. It's very obvious she was part of the show, but whatever. Nobody who wasn't sitting in that general vicinity knew any different.
And most people are half tuned anyway.
Yeah. But he did that trick. He took her cell phone, and he has a whiskey bottle. He has them all checking it, and he goes, boom, puts the phone in the bottle, has somebody call it. It's ringing inside this whiskey bottle. The bottle's solid. It's not broken. He has to break it to get it back out. Like, again, whether there's some kind of trap door, some trick, I don't fucking care. It was awesome.
Well, yeah, and the illusion of it being in person.
Yes.
And you're like, I know shit's going to happen.
Yes.
And you're looking for it, and you still are like,
yeah. Yeah.
That's the cool part about it.
So I loved it. Like I said, Dan was but Dan was my backup on getting that show because he really wanted to see it too. And I never clarified it, but for me, I think Dan was expecting Chris Angel from 06. Not Chris Angel, my son's been battling cancer. It's now 2023. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but it was great. And a bonus was I'm also one of those, I need souvenirs. I buy a ball cap everywhere I travel. I collect ball caps. His souvenir shop was probably the best priced. I got a book about him, a deck of cards, a hat. I think one other thing, it was only $50 for everything.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that book should have been $50.
If I'd have known before I got to checkout, I'd have bought more shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, because it was, his kid with the cancer stuff, obviously that was part of, he brought him up. His son was there. He brought him on stage, talked about it. He also had people collecting, not there in the show, but outside. He's like, if you can give, that'd be awesome. Please do. All the money that anybody donated went straight to helping kids with cancer, which I think is great.
Nice.
There was a little boy who was kind of like, he was up near the front, like 3 rows back, and Chris was trying to talk to him. He was shy. And Chris finally got him to talk, and he's like, thank you. He's like, somebody get him a magic. So some guy ran and got him the biggest magic kit from the shop, gave it to him for free. Then his sister, Chris is like, you like that? That's awesome. His sister's like, it's my birthday. He went and had somebody get her a fucking hoodie as a birthday. Like, he gave, I mean, obviously he can afford it. The shit was,
Yeah, but the problem is a lot of people like that don't even think about it. So when those types of people actually do think about that kind of stuff and do it, totally cool.
He could have been like, oh, it's your birthday? Oops. And went on with the show.
Be like, ha ha, sucks to be you.
Yeah, gave it to your brother. Maybe your brother will share. I don't know. Anything.
Yeah, for sure.
But he didn't. And again, so his son's favorite teacher, he hadn't been able to see for a while because he's been battling cancer.
Did he make her appear?
No, but he brought her to the show. He paid to have her come to the show.
Oh, that's tight.
With his son, so his son can hang out with his favorite teacher.
What?
I think, that's awesome. That's a fucking awesome dad move.
That is total dad bod move.
So it was really cool. And then we saw Blue Man Group, which Dan loves. I laughed my ass off.
Was it good?
It was good.
I mean, I've seen some of their performances. I've just never on Vegas Strip been like, that's what I want to go do.
See, me either. And that was just like that weekend. I knew in advance. We bought the tickets before we even went. I was like, all right. So to me, Chris Angel was like, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. Blue Man Group's like, if we're drunk and don't make it, it's not gonna hurt my feelings.
It's funny how that always comes up in Vegas. Like, well, we don't have to go.
Yeah. But It was fucking hilarious, and I love that there was another guy I want to see. His name's Tape Face. I saw him on TV.
Oh, yeah. I saw him through America's Got Talent.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. Yeah, so for him and Blue Man Group's the same way. They can make you laugh with just their facial expressions and movements. They don't speak at all. Not a single word is ever said.
Have you never heard of Absinthe?
I wanted to see that show.
Dude.
And I was like, let's go. And Dan's like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, I kept trying to push, and we never went.
Dan said it's okay.
Yeah.
So I've seen it twice.
I want to see it so bad.
So for those who don't know, Absinthe is basically
it's like a variety show, right?
It's a variety show in the courtyard in the front of the Caesars. It's just a rando tent in front of fucking Hell's Kitchen, like right in the middle of everything. Yeah, it was a random tent with a courtyard, total like circus sideshow. And basically, the premise of the show is
looks like a fucking secret garden.
Yeah, it's super fucking cool. And you go into this like secret door, and it's this huge fucking place, and it's a variety show. But the whole premise is of it, the dude takes absinthe, and it shows him like doing the whole thing and drinking it. And then at that point, the Green Fairy comes out. Well, the Green Fairy just happens to be this little erratic, horny, fucking psycho fucking chick that when I say erotic and horny and psycho, I mean that to the max.
Nice.
And basically she like narrates, and then the host of the show, I cannot for the life of me think of his name right now. Like I said, sorry, I'm brain dead today.
He looks familiar to me.
Yeah, he does the show, and it's all half the show is based off of the crowd. So the people in the first 4 rows
that's awesome.
Get involved in it, and they don't know. And I've seen some crazy shit. Thank God I've never been that close.
I want to be.
But dude, they come out and basically do this show with all these different acts. A lot of them America's Got Talent. The one where the girl spins on the dude's beard and they spin on the skate circle. So that was one of our favorites.
Is that so I saw they have that kind of on the posters walking down the strip.
Yeah.
Is that the same couple?
That's the couple. That's where
hell yeah.
That's where they're performing at. So the first time I got to see them, and it was amazing. And then when I went with my wife, she was super stoked, and they weren't there that day because it was.
When I watched them on America's Got Talent, I'm like fuck no. That hurts. No.
It hurts.
You are not hanging on that while I'm no.
Yeah, and then you see at the end, she's got like shit in her hand, like you just pulled a whole handful of hair out of him. Yeah. So, but it goes through, and it's all this improv, and it gets so dirty and risque. Like I've seen plenty of penis in the show. The jokes are fucking hilarious, raunchy, crazy. Like it by far, I've never had stomach cramps so bad as the times I've gone to absinthe.
Just laughing so hard.
But it's definitely it's burlesque almost. So obviously a lot of scantily clad ladies. The guy's going through a trip,
which is something
on absinthe,
I have been wanting.
And that's what it's formed around.
Do in Vegas to see a burlesque show, and we still have not.
Oh yeah, no, you got to, because like I said, I am very happily married. My wife was sitting right next to me through this whole event.
Yeah,
and
my wife would be too.
And we all appreciate, a finely done woman's body performing, especially amazing acts of acrobatics and stuff. Because these guys would fucking like jump and spin fucking 50 feet into the air in this tent. And
I could do without the penis because I'll probably be jealous. I'm like,
well, it's just a part of the skit. He's just running around and it gets all fucking crazy, and all of a sudden she reaches up and grabs his shit, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa,
yeah, whatever.
What's up, dude? Like, luckily it was, not intimidating.
Okay, so that's where I'm going back.
All the dudes were like, okay, all right. Be like, we're good then, babe. Like, yeah, you wait till you see mine later. Let's go.
Wake up.
Yeah, flaccid and uncircumcised. Like, babe, I got you. Sorry, I'm not Jewish. And anyway. So, but anyway, Absinthe, great show. Improv comedy. It's different every single time. We set another 10-year anniversary, a couple from our work down there that just great people, and so he went down there and set them up with the same experience, and he put them in the first row.
Oh, see, I
and he's the skinny dude and fucking big old long beard and long hair, and he became the known as the Florida crackhead for the rest of his weekend because the other 800 people that were in that building, he was the feature of being picked on by the dude. His name, if I told you, it's hilarious, but I cannot remember for the life of me. But he became.
His name was the Florida crackhead.
Yeah,
you just told me.
Well, no, My buddy was known as the Florida Crackhead all weekend, but the name of the dude that hosts the show.
I thought you were talking about.
No, he has a fucking phenomenal name, and I'm disrespecting him by not knowing it, so I apologize. But
I bet I can look it up.
yeah, look it up real quick because I will hate myself if I don't give him some props. But yeah, so the rest of the weekend, he went through his whole trip, and all weekend people would come up to him all over the place constantly and go, "Dude, you're the Florida Crackhead." He said like 30 people over the next 2 days because they were all at that show and they recognized him. Everybody's partying together. He became kind of a star, and it was a star in a good way. Like, he's not actually a crackhead, never even done those drugs. He just happens to have that appearance, and yeah, it was fucking good. So,
dude, if that's that's
the show.
Look,
that's the Green Fairy.
I have a thing for redheads, so
she'll literally sit there and be like, "I'm gonna gobble 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 and just swallow all day," just shit like that, dude. Like, she loses her mind on cum a few times. So you can imagine how risque it is. So it's very burlesque. I mean, you'll see some boobies and stuff, like nothing crazy, but some of the content. Does
she have an accent?
One of them does. They rotate.
Because, like I said, like
one of them has a slight British accent, and the other one is just kind of like this annoying little thing. Kind of want to punch her in the face, but she's so good. Like, I would never disrespect her like that.
So far, they say owner, producer, and host of the show, The Gazillionaire.
The Gazillionaire. God damn it.
Is that the name you're thinking of?
Yes. Okay. The fucking Gazillionaire.
I was like, they don't give me his actual name, but the Gazillionaire is what they call him. Okay.
He is the Gazillionaire. And that's, see what I mean? Like, it makes more sense. The Gazillionaire runs this show inside your trip with the Green Fairy.
So that is now going to be added to my non-existent bucket list.
Yeah.
Because I did. Every time we were walking down the strip, I was like, I want to see that. Let's see that. Mm-hmm. And we were looking for showtimes, and we almost went, but the showtime was right before we already had tickets to another show.
Yeah.
And there was just no way we would see that, get out, and make it to the other show in time. And
yeah. Nope. Yep. It's definitely put it on your bucket list for people that like that stuff.
Which I love.
I've been with people who about 7 minutes in were like, we're leaving.
See, and Dan didn't say he left, but maybe Dan's not. He doesn't really strike me as an America's Got Talent kind of person either.
Well, it doesn't
a variety show.
It doesn't have that.
I just mean like a variety show kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess.
They do a lot of like crazy juggling acts and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they'll like juggle like normal, like then all of a sudden they'll be juggling like over your fucking head, like 80 feet away from each other, like and then they throw it in front of. It's just crazy how they put people into the show, So yeah, Absinthe, Caesar's Palace on the Strip, don't miss it, and you can get them at the Bargain Hut for fucking like half off 30 minutes before showtime.
Oh,
almost every fucking time. So if you just hang out at one of those things until they go on sale, plenty of time to walk down there. There's your Las Vegas cheat code.
I also want to drink absinthe. I've never
actual absinthe,
yes,
like with wormwood.
Yes,
the good stuff.
Yes, yes. I want to try it. Look, I grew up loving Weird Al.
So good.
When I was little, my parents, would never pay attention to us. My parents weren't there. No, I'm just kidding.
My parents weren't there.
Daddy didn't care. But they would have friends over, and they would have game nights and stuff, and the kids were like, go to bed. Obviously, I wouldn't go to bed. I'm like, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, nobody goes to bed.
Turn around and come back, and I sit in the hall, and that's where I would listen to Dr. Demento, because they would always just have that radio show on. And I don't know if you know it, but if you could find any clips from it, it was just a radio show, and this guy was like kooky fucking idiotic, but I loved it. And he'd play shit like Weird Al and that kind of genre of stuff.
What was it? What?
It was a radio show called Dr. Demento.
Around here?
I grew up in Jerome, so yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's some weird farmer radio.
I don't think it was Jerome. I think it was like out of LA or something, and it was on.
Oh yeah, so
weekend nights. They played that.
LA
shit.
has like stations that broadcast like 1 billion watts, and literally you can get that here. Because I used to watch or listen to LA radio. They do like radio stories and shit from the 60s. My grandpa would listen to them and go to sleep, and I would end up getting stuck listening to it. And they were cool as hell. Like, yeah, it's like that LA broadcast radio or something.
And that's like where Weird Al got his first, like that is Dr. Demento there, that guy. His old fucking bearded dude with glasses and a top hat.
I mean, he doesn't really look demented.
His name was Barrett Eugene Hansen.
It looks rich.
He's an American radio broadcaster and record collector specializing in novelty songs, comedy, and strange or unusual recordings.
Fuck yeah. I want to listen to that right now.
Yeah. Weird Al, Ray Stevens, like the haircut song and shit. Dude, you got to check out Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
You can find him on Spotify and whatever. Like,
Heard.
Like Weird Al would take a song, like a Madonna song, and change it with his words. Ray Stevens made up his own music, but it was like the haircut song, the Mississippi Squirrel revival.
Hell yeah.
Like crazy shit.
Like that other dude that does a lot of that, like the orange barrels everywhere
And
I see.
I actually found another group that looking at, like, if you look at their albums and stuff, they look like an 80s hair band. Like they look like Poison and shit. They're called Steel Panther.
Yeah, I know Steel Panther.
Yes, I fucking love Steel
They
Panther.
just came out with a new album.
Yes. Like
Sorry,
fucking
I am
Glory Hole and all this shit. I
I'm
love
Kurt
Steel
Hard
Panther. You're the only person I brought this up to that knows Steel Panther. I fucking love them.
Their music's not that great, but their appeal to the 80s hair metal bands.
Yes, yeah.
The fact that it's
Some of their songs
they're all
are
recent
fucking
too.
epic.
Like all their shit's like within the last 8 years.
Yeah.
But it's all straight from the 80s.
Yes.
Like literally leather pants, fucking hairspray for fucking Cans for Days, Aquanet fucking sponsorship and shit.
And I mean, not all their songs, okay, but I love a lot, like Poontang Boomerang.
No, there's definitely some
They have
good
some
ones,
great songs.
but they're novelty.
Yes, yeah.
Like yeah,
That's the shit that you would hear on Dr. Demento. And so, like, my parents would listen to that because my mom and dad were always big on Ray Stevens. I literally have probably 6 vinyl records of Ray Stevens in there. I grew up with Ray Stevens. I love Ray Stevens, Weird Al.
I gotta check this out now.
That novelty kind of shit. I like that. And so Dr. Demento, I would sneak out and I'd sit in the hallway and I would just listen to that while they're playing their card games and shit. So I grew up, sneaking out of the room and listening to Dr. Demento. I love it. So Weird Al has been like one of my top favorites since I was like 5.
Me too, dude.
I fucking love Weird Al.
I remember when the album came out.
Running with Scissors or
no, after that it was Gangsta's Paradise.
Yes.
So that was when I was at that age where I finally realized it. That had just dropped.
Okay.
That's when I started getting into all the old albums.
Yeah, which were I think Running with Scissors was right before Gangsters of Paradise. Yeah, Amish in Paradise was his, but yeah.
Yeah, Amish Paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it did after that. I just love Weird Al.
So did you ever, as a kid, and I think it was before you, but the Weird Al TV show?
Definitely before me, but I have seen.
Okay, the Saturday morning. Yeah, like it's just, I loved it. And going from that also is what got me into Ernest. Jim Varney, and now I've got Riley. Riley loves Ernest.
Oh my God. Fucking Ernest Goes to Camp. Dude. Legendary.
Every Halloween is Ernest Scares Stupid.
Oh my God.
And Riley and I quote the shit out of that. Get the miak, because he couldn't think of the word milk. But and hey, come here, booger lips, and it's Ernest. Like
Ernest was classic.
Yeah,
man, that was a classic stupid comedy when we were kids.
It was great, and that show.
And they come out the new one. You're like, what? There's another one. Yeah. Let's go.
God, what is it? There's I know. There's
Take me to the Cineplex Odeon.
Slam Dunk Ernest.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then there's Ernest Scares Stupid. Is that the prison one? Ernest Goes to Jail.
Yeah, Ernest Goes to Jail.
Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yep.
There's one with Africa. Is it just Ernest Goes to Africa?
Ernest Safari.
But Jim Varney was awesome.
Well, he just had a way of making that stupid comedy, but doing it in such a way that was stupid enough to work.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? I don't know a better way to put it, because half the people that are listening are going to go check this out and be like, well, that's the stupidest thing I ever saw.
Yeah.
But then the other half,
but it
becomes cult legends.
Yes.
Like we talked about, it's those cult legends.
And he had that fat guy and the old guy who were always in all of his shows.
Every single one of them, yep.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
What was his tagline like? Know what I mean, Vern? It was just,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was just there. And so do you watch wrestling at all? Have you?
I came up with wrestling about late 2000s or late 90s is when I kind of stopped. So if you go back to Heartbreak Kid.
Okay, so you haven't watched
that. I was WCW
all the way.
And then, so I was WCW.
And back when it was WWE. And WWF.
WWF. And then that was the battle. And then those two kind of merged.
Nitro and Raw.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then once it merged, and became WWE, I kind of was like, I'm out. Like, this is ridiculous.
Because the wrong one won.
Yeah, exactly.
Ted Turner in WCW is way better than McMahon in WWE.
Completely agree. The problem is that they stuck too much to the 80s, I think.
And
they didn't evolve. And WWE...
McMahon also had the money that Ted Turner...
Yeah, like Mankind came out and some of those fucking just crazy cool wrestlers. The
My
Mandible
problem...
Claw and all that stuff. And it just freaked people out. And like, it was such a different...
My problem back then was...
That's what the youth wanted.
Too many, and they're doing it again, celebrities. Fucking Kelsey Grammer, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Like, Donald fucking Trump.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need that. No. You don't need those celebrities. And now, I mean, Bad Bunny does pretty good, and Bad Bunny likes wrestling. So I don't get it. Like, stop with the celebrities, but I'll forgive you for Bad Bunny. He's a Hispanic.
I'm definitely not current. If my sister were here, she'd be mad because she is very current.
Is
very
she?
Opinionated.
I love your sister.
Yeah. she's very current when it comes to wrestling.
Do you know John Cena?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Look at John Cena. Look at Jim.
I hate him with hair, by the way.
Look at Jim Varney.
He needs to be bald.
John Cena is just a buff fucking Ernest. They look identical.
Oh.
It's
shit.
I saw somebody.
I just had an epiphany right now.
I saw somebody post that, and I'm looking. I was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
It's a muscle bound, athletic, fit, big version of Ernest.
Yes,
and especially if you put fucking hair on that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Put him in that little fucking tan fishing hat thing.
Yeah,
I can totally see that right now.
Like it's just it's crazy.
He needs to do the Oh my god!
Like their faces,
bro. There needs to be a new Ernest, and it needs to be John Cena.
Right. Ernest gets jacked.
He's that type of dude and actor that would totally fucking buy into something like that.
What's the best stadium/football game you've gone to?
By far, that Raiders-Chargers game.
Was it?
Vegas. Yeah.
Well, it's also a brand new stadium.
Yeah, but let me be clear. I am a Buffalo Bills fan. I have been since fucking 88. True and blue,
which is awesome because they've not been good until recently
for many moons. So like even through the Super Bowls, bro. Like I cried going into the 4th grade after they lost it. Like I literally went back to school crying because I told everybody they're gonna win it. They're gonna win it this year.
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, and they haven't fucking been good since '94. And I get it. I do.
You went back to school fucking high-fiving everybody in '94.
Yeah,
I did not.
But I've gone through the entire I was born in 78, so I've been through the good years. I've been through the bad. I'm still going to be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah,
I'm not a Jerry Jones fan. I'm a Cowboys fan.
You shouldn't be. But I'm a true and blue, man.
Yeah, which is awesome.
I'm long and deep. I've suffered forever, and now they're good. People are like, oh, how long have you been on the bandwagon? I'm like, since 88. They're like, sorry.
I do feel Buffalo has had some great fucking games. Yep. Some of my favorite games are snow games. Buffalo and Steelers have those awesome fucking wonderful snow games.
Lake Effect snow, baby.
And I think it's great. And Buffalo's always, it's not like, I'm not like you, like it's my team, but they've always had players that I've loved.
Yeah.
I love to watch their players.
Because they have homegrown players. Like, they never have those stars that haven't created their stardom. Like, it's never these ones that are expected to do it coming into the league. Buffalo, even Pittsburgh, and fuck Pittsburgh.
Fuck
just
Pittsburgh.
To go on a record, but I respect a lot get through there.
Except for Antonio Brown, I used to, but fuck that crazy ass fuck.
Don't get me started. That's for the other podcast, bro.
Yes, yeah.
We will talk about that on a future venture. But I respect the hell out of the players in those cities and stuff that come in, because thing is, the Bills were never bad.
No.
And nobody ever, there's before the last 3 years, nobody had anything bad to say about the Bills.
Yeah.
They were always just like, oh, yeah, they're kind of, because they averaged 500.
Fucking quarterback.
Yeah, the Bills were never fucking 2-15.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Old school, 2-14. You know what I mean? Like, they were never that bad where they got good draft picks and like all these names.
They were just like right in the middle.
They were always drafting.
They were never the Browns
15.
or the Dolphins.
Yeah, the Bills always had 13 through 18 draft pick, and you're just like, they were always consistently decent. And up till recently, so the last person that said like, "Oh, how long you been on the bandwagon of the Bills?" I'm like,
See, doesn't that suck? They do good, and then you get those bandwagons. So everybody's like,
the player that got me to be a Bills fan was Thurman Thomas.
I was just gonna bring him up.
What?
That's like I was like
the Terminator, bro.
Yeah,
like that was my dude, Jim fucking Kelly.
That's what I'm saying. Yes,
dude.
Like they've had those players.
Should I go through Ryzen? I mean, fucking.
Thurman, I was going to bring him up. I was like, how about Thurman? Like
Bennett? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We can go through the literal Hall of Famers on those teams because no teams have ever won 4 straight AFC championships before and never will. That's insane. But they discount the fact that, unfortunately, Buffalo won all those playoff games in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Well, what was the temperature? Fucking 8 degrees and shitty, and they fucked everybody up. Well, guess where the Super Bowls were? San Diego, Miami, Houston. They go down there, they lost all that advantage. Now, I'm not saying it was good or bad or whatever, but when you're coming from that environment, it's hard as fuck to play in 80 degrees and sunshine.
And when you're coming from Texas, Miami, anywhere California, you're used to that.
Oh, Dallas.
That is an advantage.
Now, the Washington, that was wide right. I'm sorry. New York was wide right.
Yeah.
Whatever. Washington, they just got fucked up by. Yeah, let's be honest. Richardson fucked them up. But
I hate the Eagles, but I respect a lot of their players over the years. I mean, right now, their fucking quarterback, dude.
I actually hate the fucking Eagles.
I do too.
Up until recently. Cam and Emily, if you ever listen, hi. But I respect the fuck out of the Eagles lately because they have turned coal into diamonds.
Yeah.
Like the fucking Jalen pick.
Dude, fucking Hurts.
That was not
fucking man.
That was not a fucking pretty pick when they made it.
No.
There was a lot of fucking literally the token boo rained down on the Jalen Hurts pick when they picked him. Like that wasn't sexy. Nothing they've done is sexy, but god damn it, that was a hell of a fucking football team last year.
Who the fuck is their running back last year? Why can't I?
Oh, dude, they had a few. They had Boston Scott was the dude late that came up in the playoffs. Emmanuel Sanders.
Is that the one that's just been rocking it?
Not Emmanuel Sanders. Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders. Yes.
Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders is Denver.
Dude obviously his injuries. I can't remember. Is he older or is he younger?
Mid. He's like 28.
I mean, but has he been? Is he past 4 years in the league?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So he's not a rookie. Okay.
I want to say he's definitely
his injuries.
Yeah, he's on a
dude is awesome. Contract.
But he's solid. Like, but the thing is,
he's like to me, James Conner's the same way. Like, he's there, but I think he's a great running back.
Great running back. He's just not a pound it running back.
No,
and too often those guys are getting expected to do that.
Yes,
on first and second down,
which is why you need the Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, the Elliott, Pollard, and.
Yeah, you got to have that complimentary backfield. Yes. You know what I mean?
Because Elliott was the pound it 1, 2, 3, boom. He's pushing you. Pollard was the I'm gonna fucking bust out for 25 yards.
Yeah, and that's why I liked what Buffalo did. I liked what Buffalo went out and got. We already forgot that. Anyway. Damian Harris.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. He's the pound it, dude.
Yes.
He's a bigger dude. He's going to fucking rough him up on first and second down. And then you come out and you got Cook, not James, or James Cook, not...
not Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin, yeah. So,
from Minnesota Vikings.
And now all of a sudden you have a backfield that can catch. And then Naeem Hines, all of a sudden, that's like the preeminent catch it out of the backfield.
He was the one I was thinking of, Hines.
Naeem Hines?
Yes.
What a great fucking
That was the one, not Harris. He was the one I was thinking of, Hines.
Yeah.
That fucker
Hines
was awesome.
came at the trade deadline. That was a fucking great move because that dude returned literally the first play the Bills made after the DeMar Hamlin situation. Was the kickoff, and he returned it for a touchdown. And just to say, y'all naysayers saying, what the fuck? He did it again the next time he touched the ball. Fuck you. Took 2 to the house. Naeem Hines.
You know my favorite pickup.
This is why we need a
by Buffalo
podcast.
Yeah. My favorite pickup by Buffalo is Cole Beasley.
The great white hype.
I fucking love Cole Beasley. He's a fucking midget little bitch, but he played awesome in Dallas. He played awesome in Buffalo.
But he's a dick of a receiver that everybody hates to cover because no matter what, he just punches you and then drops and picks up 4 yards.
Yeah.
When you need 3.
And he's just this little guy, and he just for some reason
he's a pit bull in the
he's just
fucking
right there,
the short
like,
field.
Yes,
dude.
I love him.
Yeah, anything within 5 yards, dude. Cole Beasley will get you that fucking first down.
Yep, I'm going too much onto this that
Oh my
we
God.
need to
I
save this for.
so if y'all didn't know, there's a new podcast brewing right now.
Yes,
And you can hear it. That was your teaser. There you go.
yes, because there's gonna be so much, and it's not gonna be straight football. This is gonna be all sports.
Oh no, it'll definitely be across the board because we do it all. But
we might even talk about
yes,
obscure sports weekly and
yeah.
ESPN the Ocho.
If you've never seen the Ocho, you fucking haven't lived. So let's be honest. There's going to be plenty. I don't know if you know, but we didn't even talk about the new man cave here. We have 5 screens available.
6.
I'm sorry, I can't count.
Oh.
That's 4.
No, you're right on 5 because there's one
There's another one, right? Somewhere?
right here. It's not plugged in yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I have 2 more in the garage I could bring out if we need it.
We literally have a wall of TVs.
Yes.
Movies, figurines, fucking sick ass mushroom tapestry. By the way,
Do you not love that? I'm about to hang up some black lights.
I mean, I've stared at this whole episode, and
I
I'm
have
just
2 black
literally-
lights that I'm about to bring
I
out
just want
here.
to crush some caps right now. So yes, black lights
Yeah.
would be agreed. He's got an old ass fucking symphony hall.
Do
Fucking,
you recognize it at all?
thing? I don't recognize it. I've seen them. Not this one. Should I recognize?
I'm pretty sure you've seen this one.
this exact one.
Yep.
Daniels.
Yeah, he gave it to me for the manhole. It's a bar.
That's the one that opens into the bar.
Yep, I don't have it
Oh,
stocked
shit,
as a bar
son.
right now, but yeah, this is a bar.
I'm telling you guys, this man cave it's got carpet. We've got multiple chairs of different persuasions for whatever your
Do
occasion.
you not love that yellow one though? By the way, like
Yeah, dude.
I found that.
No, I'm completely geeked about the entire
Yeah.
setup because that's actually they're all really comfortable chairs.
Yeah, they're
I like
nice.
this one rocks a little bit because I've been driving all day, so I got to kind of flex.
If you turn a little more and you that is a recliner that will recline. You just got to lean into it. But yeah,
and by the way,
if my wife ever is like, I'm in the doghouse, this is where I'm sleeping.
dude, I like it. And if anybody remembers back to the October podcast, remember we all sat, me, Dan, and Donny sat in this office.
That's right.
In
The
here.
manhole.
And that was the first day that it was actually like 30 fucking degrees, and we froze our fucking asses off.
Hence the 2 blankets
Do you-
over the chair.
Do you remember? I'm pretty sure that was like the end of October, right?
Didn't we have 3 heaters on? I think at one point it blew a breaker.
Oh yeah, we were dying in here. Like we did
Yeah.
everything we could, and then we all just went numb, and it was cool. But the funny thing is, here in Idaho, remember that whole streak of days that it wasn't 60 degrees, like 100,
Yes.
159 days.
Yes.
And it wasn't above 60 degrees here.
Yeah, I loved it. That's my weather.
That started that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first day where it's like, holy fuck, yeah, it snowed today. We're like, what the hell? It was
That's
just
right.
70 degrees. And then just the other day was the first day above 60 degrees.
Yeah, can you believe we went through 9 winters?
Yeah.
Well, and then I'm looking at the weather, and so it's like this
But
weekend's
it
like
was 80 degrees.
85
It was
and shit.
84 degrees like 3 days ago, or like I guess now it's like
What,
10,
yeah,
10
Saturday,
days
Sunday?
ago,
Yeah.
last week. And then 3 days later, I drove through a blizzard to fucking work.
Yeah.
I mean
that
a
hit us.
blizzard, like slick roads, like shit. I went from shorts and sunburn to fucking blizzard in 3 days. What
That's
just
like,
happened?
since I was little, I've always heard that saying, you don't like the weather in Idaho, wait 10 minutes.
yeah, it's bipolar as motherfucker.
Yeah.
This time of year. And when people think bipolar, it's like, oh no. I'm like, oh no. I mean blizzard to sunburn in
a
the
matter of-
same
yeah,
like
same
8
day.
minute period. I mean minutes. I mean
It's crazy.
minutes.
Yeah.
I drove through coming from Mountain Home, obviously, up there on the ridge. I came through a dump of a fucking it was a grapple, really, those little snowball pellets. It's like hail, but it's not. It's like hail snow.
Yeah, it's not hard like
It's
hail,
called
but it's the size.
grapple.
Yeah. Is that really what it's called?
It is. I'm a weather
Interesting.
nerd. So it's called grapple. That shit sucks because it's thick snow. So if it builds up on the road, it's hella slick, hella quick. And I was coming back from Mountain Home, and you just looked in front of you. You're like, it's hot and it's sunny. You're like, well, that cloud is touching the ground.
Is that not cool though?
Yeah, it was cool as fuck
Dude,
until
I
I,
got a
drove
picture,
into it,
actually.
and it went instantly everything white, including the ground.
That day, I have a
At
picture.
80
and it was-
miles an hour on the freeway in the middle of nowhere. I was like,
It was
oh my
probably
God.
the cloud you're driving through. I got a picture of a cloud. It looks like it just like someone took the hand and smeared it down.
Yeah,
I got
exactly.
a picture of that cloud.
So it was not a cloud; it was grapple falling from the sky.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told my
at
kids.
a
I was
heavy
like,
pace.
well, I said that's what rain looks like from a distance. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, rain's a little gray and wispy.
Yeah.
Grapple's the white that touches the ground.
Okay.
Because it's just evil.
See,
I love it if I'm snowboarding because it's actually fun. It's almost like bearings to ride over. Kind of greases up your fucking mushed up tracks that you've done. But
I get shit talked to my wife because I'm a weather nerd too. Like I check the weather all the time. I'm like, you know what the weather's going to be like? And, you know, I
love talking pressures and like the fucking El Nino.
Another bucket list would be to spend a week as a storm chaser.
Oh my God.
Would that not be awesome?
If I could see a fucking tornado in person or stand through a hurricane, those are like bucket list items.
The fact that I know you can outrun a tornado in a vehicle just makes it even more appealing to me.
You can run some.
Okay, some. Yes, some.
Man, you travel faster than cars.
I'm sorry. I rephrased that. Yes, some.
I was going to say, yes, that all depends.
I would love to do that. Like,
I'm the dumb shit that stands out. I don't stand in my yard. I stand on the side of my yard and watch lightning and stuff come through. Like, I'll wake up and see the lightning flashes in my window and run outside.
Oh, yeah.
And just vape and watch it with my weather app out and like seeing what's happening and like how it works. I literally love it.
I'm the same. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
And
my wife actually met Vin Crosby.
Really?
He came into her branch, which is coincidentally under the Capitol building. Downtown Boise. Yeah, it's like a fucking basement government ICCU.
That's a cool little area down there. I used to be security at the Capitol.
Yeah, dude. She's in the LBJ behind the Capitol.
Oh, okay.
In the tunnels underneath the street.
Which is even better.
Yeah, because I have access to the tunnels now because my wife's there. So we go through there and walk, and it's kind of crazy because it's literally a tunnel colony connecting all the state buildings in Idaho.
Which is so fucking cool.
Under the streets. It's crazy.
Just gave me a flashback to Vegas. Dan and he had heard about catacombs under Caesar's Palace, and we tried to find them.
Oh, I guarantee they exist.
And we tried to find them, and security told us they didn't exist.
Have you ever heard of the, what's it called at MGM Grand? The luxury hotel. Have you ever heard of that?
The what?
So the MGM Grand is massive. I mean, it's 5,000 rooms, right? We've all seen it.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's a luxury wing for billionaires, like for the most elite?
No.
Right off of the main of everything. So, because like I said, my owner has some elite status.
I like how you call him your owner. I love that.
Yeah. So he found out, or through his concierge, about this and got a tour of it. Well, he wanted to show us.
Damn.
And there's just a random door on the side of the casino floor that just says exit.
Okay.
Right? And you enter it, and it's this long, forever fucking long corridor. You walk down. And it has some like shit, and there's like an actual exit. And then you turn right, and there's another corridor that's really fucking long. And I'm not talking like.
So it's not one I could accidentally like, oops, and walk through the door.
If you
and find.
opened it and looked, you would look down about 100 yards at an exit sign. If you walked all the way down to the exit sign, there's another hallway.
Okay.
You look to the right, you walk down about another 75 yards. So I'm talking like this is a distance. Like you're not stumbling and you're not getting unnoticed. At the end of that is a dude sitting at a desk. So you get there and you have to have like special codes, privileges, whatever.
The secret handshake.
And my boss is like, hey, so-and-so had me, blah, blah, blah. I'm here for a tour, blah, blah. It's like, hey, well, I can't do anything for you. They need to come do it themselves.
Oh, shit.
So it's not even like you can drop a name. They got to come do it with you. So he came down. And she came down and grabbed her. She's like, okay, since we're going through here, keep it very quiet. It's very, elite, serenity, like blah, blah, blah. So we're like, okay, cool. Yeah, we're totally good. We're fucking drunk. We're just like, yeah, this is insane.
We'll be quiet.
We're down this crazy corridor. And then they take us out into this fucking atrium, which those who don't know is a giant courtyard of fresh, luscious,
I would say plant, shrubbery,
fucking rainforest.
Yeah,
is a good way to put it. And it's all temperature controlled,
and it's probably beautiful.
Just beautiful. Yeah, it was like amazing, just epic. Like the water was dancing, like had little fountains that would make the water dance and shit. It was insane. And I guess the people that go there are like the elite of the elite, and they come in, they get picked up from the airport in Bentley limousines.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw the fleet. There was 5 of them.
Damn.
Yeah, they said each one of them was up to $300 million because they're
We
all
saw one at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
Maybe not that one, but there was a Bentley limo.
You saw one. So those Bentley limos are from MGM.
Okay.
Those are the ones, and that's what they take everybody around, and they're bulletproof, bomb-proof. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, this is for like foreign dignitaries, billionaires, and they all stay in this. And it's like you're in Italy in this thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's all temperature controlled, so Vegas can be 110 outside, but it looks like
in
the
there
sun's shining,
different.
but it's all glass. So it's all temperature controlled, humidity controlled, and it smells like fucking vanilla and awesomeness.
Jesus.
And they all have private chefs. They put in orders whenever they want. They get done like the highest. Like we saw the menu. I'm talking like you're talking Kobe, and I'm not talking Kobe beef. Like people are like, oh, I got Kobe. No, I'm talking about grade 7.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking
Like more than the $100 steak you can get at Costco.
A fucking ounce.
Yeah.
Just for the meat piece. That's a bite. That's $100 a
yeah.
bite. That kind of shit. And
I want that money.
It was.
I don't know if I'd pay that price.
It was gorgeous. Like everything, they're privately shuttled everywhere. It's included in it. Like say in the Bentley limos. Like it's literally for the highest of the high end. And their entrance looks like a loading dock. And the entrance to the casino looks like a fucking just a dirty exit. It's 'cause they want nobody to know where they're at.
It's like hidden.
And I've got pictures of it. It's literally like the coolest thing you've ever seen that nobody knows about because you don't have enough money. It also, I forgot to mention, part of going down that hallway has another dip off that has basically it's called like the Whale Casino. So it's all high limit. It's not connected to the main casino at all. It's similar. Like if you walk into it, like we went through it and kind of checked it out, but you're talking like $100 a pull slots.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? And
I get pissed when it's $1. I'm like,
yeah, like you're talking about like $25,000 tables and shit like that. Like this was not high limit. This was whale territory, and it blew my fucking mind to see like we didn't get to see the rooms and stuff, but I hear a lot of them were like 3,000 square feet, which is like 3 of my houses. Just to hang out. I mean, the suite I was in was 2,600 square feet, which is
bigger than my house.
2 of my houses.
I said my house is only 2,000.
Yeah, my house is fucking 1,250. I have way outgrown it. Need a new one.
Oh yeah. But from what I understand, the interest rates are ridiculous right now.
Yeah, 7 point something, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you fucking hear? Like I said, this is where we can go off forever on Sports Pod. Did you hear the fucking? They just had a baseball game in Oakland.
Okay.
The New York Yankees visited the Athletics. And the announcers that were in the visiting radio booth were sitting there chilling. They're like, oh, we just had a sighting from the resident possum.
What?
That lives in the fucking radio booth at the Coliseum in Oakland.
Holy shit.
And they were literally like, okay, so as mentioned at the beginning of this season, as in 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, by the Kansas City Crew or whatever, so one of those teams. He's still here and hanging out with us. Just came out to say hi or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Come to find out that another radio crew had mentioned it at the end of last season.
Oh shit!
This motherfucking possum has been living in a major league stadium.
This is a lucky fucking possum,
box,
right?
For like 8 months now.
Jesus.
And you wonder why the Oakland Athletics are moving to Las Vegas.
Are they really?
Oh, you haven't heard that?
No.
Breaking news. On the
dude, is Jose Canseco just pissed?
No, because that's where he got his shit. So
that's where he got all the good stuff.
The Oakland Athletics literally purchased the property to build the new retractable roof stadium on the Strip in Vegas.
Good for them.
South side.
Which is awesome. I mean, well, shit, fuck that. Good for Vegas.
Yeah. All they need is an NBA team.
Is Oakland going to have anything anymore?
No, they're done.
Yeah.
It's because they lost the Warriors to San Francisco. They lost the Raiders to Vegas. And
now the Athletics to Vegas. Wow. So is it still going to be the Athletics, or will they change it? Will it be the Las Vegas Athletics?
I can't imagine them changing
because it's been the
like
Athletics, forever.
And it would be Vegas Athletics.
Okay.
or maybe Las Vegas.
You know what I like about it? Whoever fucking travels to Oakland to go see a game, I'll travel to Vegas to watch a Raiders game.
Have you ever seen like the Coliseum where it's at? It's in the fucking hood, dude. Coliseum.
Yes, because I drove a truck. I used to work for CHF, and we drove a truck to Vacaville, and to come back, we didn't drive the truck back. We drove into Oakland and flew out of Oakland. So I drove right by it, and yeah, even in a fucking box truck, I'm like, let's hurry the fuck up to the airport.
Get out of here, dude. And same where the Warriors played.
Yeah,
they just moved out of that. That's right off the freeway. Dude, that is a fucking shithole.
Yeah.
Like everything around is decrepit and like tags, like 30-foot tags on the side of the freeway on the buildings. And then you see the old, what was it? The Oracle Arena. And you're just like, what the fuck? Like it's literally, it's in the ghetto. And like, no disrespect to those areas. Like I get it. It is what it is. Can you argue with the team?
No. I don't fault them at all for
like,
going.
The Athletics have a fucking... But here's my thing.
And the money's in Vegas.
Yeah. And here's the thing that I heard on the radio show that was talking about this. Why the fuck does the owner for the Athletics, should they be allowed to move to a multi-billion-dollar facility?
That's true.
You can't even eradicate a fucking possum from your press box in 8 months. Like this, it was on CBS Sports Radio. I'm giving all the shout-outs I can. And... I was just like, or no, it was on Fox Sports Radio. I cannot believe it. If you cannot eradicate a pest from a Major League Baseball press box in 8 fucking months, and it's been made national radio news, how can you be allowed to move to a fucking new facility, dude?
I agree with
that. You need to sell the team, bro.
But let me put it this way: that possum is now fucking
legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking on the radio. They're like,
can't get rid of it now.
The rally possum.
Yeah.
Like fucking the Angels have the rally monkey. No, now you got the rally possum in fucking Oakland. The problem is Oakland sucked. It was very...
it's just like...
It was very awkward to be there because I was always saying, like, I never really go to a Raiders game. I'm not a Raiders fan. So,
again.
And when I went, they even told me, they're like, oh, we'll buy you which Raiders jersey you want. We'll buy it for you before you go there because... we have comp credits. Like, we can get whatever we want. I'm like, I'm not wearing a fucking Raiders jersey to a goddamn fucking Raiders game.
I would in
I'm a
Oakland.
Buffalo Bills fan. I'm going to go to the game. Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what. In Oakland, I'll sport whatever they tell me to.
So, this wait. This is what I did. This is classic. So, I actually went online ahead of the game, Amazon.
So you went to a game in Oakland?
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry. This is to the game I went to on my birthday.
Vegas?
In
okay,
Vegas.
that's different. Okay.
Yeah, it's different. But I still wasn't going to wear a jersey. So, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wear Bill's jersey because that's sour grapes. My dad always taught me, like, if your team's not playing, don't wear your jerseys.
I know you told me what. Yeah, I was gonna say it was Chargers Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And the Raiders beat the Chargers last second. It was a great game.
I watched that game. You were at that game.
I was there.
I watched that game.
50-yard
was
line,
a great
dude.
game.
50-yard line, fucking 13.
Because I had Devontae Adams on my team all season.
He ripped it up. He got those fucking. Yeah. What do you get? 2 touchdowns that game. Anyway, so I was like, what do I wear? I told Tara, I was like, what do I wear? Like, she's like, I don't know, just do you. So I went online and I bought a fucking Bobby Boucher.
Fuck yeah.
Bourbon Bowl.
Did you?
White jersey.
That's awesome.
Had the Bourbon Bowl patch.
Hell yeah.
Said Boucher, all stitched, dude. All the numbers were
quality
stitched.
jersey.
Quality. It was fucking $18,
That's awesome.
dude.
Seriously?
It was $18. And this thing was beautiful. So I wore a Bobby Boucher jersey.
Hell yeah.
And then they bought me a hat and all this shit, like chains. And I'm like, well, I'm going to wear something because, whatever. But I wasn't going to rep the jersey because jersey is fandom. The other shit's just rocking gear. I was walking back from one of the most amazing concourses you've ever seen. Bars, restaurants, tile.
Yeah, they put some money into that stadium.
That stadium was fucking gorgeous. Like, it was an experience. It was beautiful. And I got to put it on the company credit card. So that $22 fucking IPA was even deliciouser. That's a word.
I'm all for that.
So
word.
when I was coming back down, I was walking back across, and I didn't hear it because there's obviously a lot going on. I mean, 50-yard line, NFL game and everything. But one of the guys that I was with was like, dude, did you hear that guy fucking yell down? I was like, what? He's like, yeah, dude. He yelled down. He's like, hey, water boy. Gatorade's better.
Water sucks.
Water sucks.
That's awesome.
And I didn't hear it, dude. And it's like one of my biggest disappointments is I did not hear
you
him
could totally
say
turn
it.
around.
My whole goal was to do that. I'm wearing a fucking Bobby Boucher jersey on the 50-yard line at a Raiders game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I was going for, was somebody to notice it.
Right.
Because most people say, well, who's Boucher? You know what I mean?
You get the whole sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wish I could have turned around and have been that
fuck.
guy. I'd be like, H2O.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but he told me after the fact because I said a lot going on.
That's
but
too bad.
I did. I wore a Bobby Boucher jersey and I still have it. And I will wear it to every
That's
non-Bills
fucking
event ever.
sweet. So let's go back. I remember asking, I don't know if you gave me, what's the best game / stadium you've been to?
So for me, it has to be, what I mean, if you're not talking about any specific event, been to a few cool stadiums.
Let's cut to just football.
Okay, so if you're talking that, I actually went to the Niners Bills game that I was talking about earlier. The Niners,
In San Francisco,
in
right?
San Francisco.
Okay.
That was at Candlestick.
Oh, okay.
The Candlestick in the last year.
That's
So
awesome.
that was the farewell season. So I know exactly why they condemned that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, if you can imagine, the upper deck is massive and holds, 30,000 people. Well, the concourse is 8 feet wide. So you can imagine waiting in line for a hot dog and trying to walk by a line with 8 fucking feet around this entire stadium. Like it, but at the same time, you're on the bay, like the wind, like the smell. It was legendary. Like where it's at, it's in Old Town at San Francisco, down by the bay. Like you drop down this hill and it's like all these houses and shit, and you're like, what the fuck? And like you try to get to this parking lot. It was legendary. So I would have to say
awesome.
Candlestick Park, final year of existence, is probably like my number one. But I've never been to anything too crazy.
As far as football, I've been to just 2 stadiums. AT&T Stadium and then
the ballpark.
New Orleans.
Oh.
And my father-in-law, dude, I love this man. He's awesome. But
Superdome,
he
dude.
called
That's
me up one
legendary.
year and he's like, do you want to go to the New Orleans Cowboys game with me? I was like, fuck yeah, I
That would be
do.
fucking awesome.
So not only was it New Orleans Cowboys game, but he had us on the 50-yard line, and we're from where I'm at to the fence from the field.
Oh shit.
So I'm talking Michael Irvin walked by. I'm like a fangirl. I'm like, Michael!
Oh my god.
Like
yeah,
I'm just like screaming, dude.
You're talking
It's
mid
fucking-
'90s, dude. That's
That's what I grew up
Hall
with.
of
Yes,
Famers,
like
bro.
Aikman, Emmett Irvin was
Oh.
like, that was the fucking shit.
Yeah, dude.
And then I see him walking through, there in New Orleans. It's just me. I'm in my full fucking, I had my Troy Aikman jersey on.
Stand out like a sore thumb.
Oh yeah, I'm all this fucking gold and black around me. My father-in-law's a New Orleans fan. He's a Seahawks, but also New Orleans. Like Seahawks is his team.
Well, that's
New Orleans is kind of like his second, I guess. But
You.
that was probably one of my favorite games. But if you've never been, one of these years I'll get my dad's tickets and we need to go. AT&T Stadium, Cowboys fan or not, is just a fucking spectacle. It's just awesome stadium.
Yeah, I've heard that. My sister and ex brother-in-law, they went there and they said it was just
Yeah.
epic.
It was the first game I've ever been into in that stadium sucked. I fucking hated life after that game because my dad let me pick, and I'm growing up. It was Dallas, San Francisco. That was the fucking.
Yeah.
That was the what's the word I'm looking
Rivalry.
for? Rivalry. Thank you. That's what it was. And so I'm like, yeah, my first game. Let's go to the Dallas San Francisco game. And San Francisco dominated Dallas, and I was pissed. It sucked. But then I've seen them beat the Lions there. I can't remember the last one I saw where they won, but it's been awesome.
Yeah, the only time I've seen the Bills was that San Francisco game, and
So you've never actually gone to Buffalo and seen them?
no, so
That would be awesome.
that's on my list because I don't know if you've seen, but they've got the new stadium approved, and they've shown renditions, and it's fucking epic. So I kind of have a personal goal, probably next year, to go to Orchard Park to the Ralph.
Hell yeah.
Or whatever the fuck they call it nowadays. It's the Ralph for all you Buffalo Bills fans out there. You know what's up. I got to go to the Ralph before it's gone. I just got to be part of that. And obviously after that, obviously I have a mecca of going back to that stadium because the renditions I've seen, it's supposed to be just fucking gorgeous. So
But yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, like already we got like fucking 5 plot lines. To go from.
Yeah, there's so many.
We can literally, depending on what's going on,
my notes.
Get your notes going, man. Like we can go off.
So we'll pick a name, we'll pick a time for the first. But I think the first we're going to talk about the GOAT. We're going to talk about who we feel is the greatest quarterback.
Ooh, I like that. I like it.
We can go from there, but it's going to start with that. And I'm going to research because
I'm going to be honest.
I have people in mind, but I also want to come with backup on that.
Yeah, mine may not be Tom Brady once I do a little more research. You know what I mean? But like I say, we're going to come up with some topics and we're gonna dive in
and then like I said,
really look at the NFL
when each season
whatever
starts,
season, whatever we got
for sports. We'll go in on those sports also.
Absolutely, man. We'll talk college football, we'll talk NFL, we'll talk baseball playoffs at that time. We've got
cornhole,
dude. We'll jump, dude. If cornhole's on the topic list, dude, we'll jump in.
Slam ball or whatever that shit is.
Dude, we will dive into it. So
yeah,
dude, I'm totally in, man.
All right, well let's cut this. I'm gonna let you take us out.
All right. Well, as much as I miss this,
and we could keep going for so much longer.
We could go, but we're gonna cut it off. So dad bods out, bitches.